It's time for the Northwoods Cooking Show. Starring Uncle Roy and Miss Callie, the troublemaking dog.
Hola, bienvenidos. Hello and welcome. My name is Refried, I'm your chef, and welcome to the Northwoods Cooking Show. Today is going to be our Cinco de Mayo show, so we're going to have some fun Mexican food. So this would be kind of fun for me and fun for you, and simple and easy enough to make, for your festive occasion. So today we're going to be making some red enchiladas. We're going to be making some Spanish rice and some refried beans. So let's get going with our enchilada filling. For this, we're going to take and do a medium onion. And we'll just take and dice this up and put this in our pan. And what I've got in my container right here is I already have chicken. I took and did my Dutch oven and boiled off and poached off my chicken thighs. Now you can use breast meat if you want to. Chicken thighs is cheaper. And you just take and pull off all the skin and fat and just pop your chicken thighs into your Dutch oven and cover with water. Bring to a boil and then let it simmer for about 25-30 minutes until they're nice and tender and cooked thoroughly through. Then I just took and drained off the chicken. I saved the juice though, because that's going to make good stock for your soups or whatever you want to use it for. Instead of using water, you got chicken flavored water now. So don't throw that out, just save it. You can throw it in Ziploc bags and put it in the freezer and there you go. So I'm going to take and just dice up a medium onion here. Did I get the heat going on that? Yeah, I did. Okay. And then after I poached off the chicken, then I took and just roughly chopped it up, diced up, ripped it apart. I actually took and just pulled it apart into pieces by hand and a fork, so that we have big chunks of chicken. And let's see. So we just want to wilt our onions. We're going to pour just a little bit of oil in. I'm going to salt these down. And we need a little bit of garlic. I'll put in, approximately, it depends on how much garlic you want, I'm going to put about a teaspoon of minced garlic in there. And I'm just going to stir these, fry these down until they're soft and tender. And this will take about 2 or 3 minutes. At the same time, we can throw in our chicken. And I have approximately, there's about maybe 6 chicken breasts, or chicken thighs. And we're going to saute all of this together until that gets heated thoroughly. Meantime, we can start on the rice. And for that, I have two kinds of diced tomatoes. This is just plain old diced tomatoes. second. And this one is diced tomatoes with green chiles in it. So this will just give it a nice little kick to it, a little bite, not too bad. And along with that, we're going to put in a cup of rice. Now you want to wait for this to come to a boil before we put the rice in. Let's see, there it is. And let's see. Now, if you wanted to, see, I'm having this Spanish rice as a side dish, not as a main meal. If you wanted it as a main meal, then you could take and brown off some ground beef first before adding these ingredients, the tomatoes and rice. Okay, give this chicken a stir. And once I got some broth already thawed out, left over from my chicken, I'm going to throw in, I can't find anything when I need it. There it is. I want to put in a half a cup of chicken broth to my Spanish rice, so that we have more liquid in there. So I do a cup. No, because I got liquid from the tomatoes, okay. And this is going to give it a little bit more flavor rather than using plain water. Okay, I think this chicken's all thoroughly heated. Take that off. Well, no wonder this isn't heating. Yeah. Well, okay, take that one off. Good. Oh. Get everything mixed up here. So let's see. Wait for this. I'd be waiting forever if I didn't have to run right burner. That's why I hate about electric. Oh, I just hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Gas, you have control of the heat. You can see the flame, how much high and low it is, you know what I mean? Electric gets like you got a gas. It takes forever to cool down and it takes forever to heat up. Okay, so now let's get this tomatoes to boiling away here. Covering that. Got the cup of rice ready for when it comes to a boil. We'll put the rice in, lower the heat to a simmer, and we'll let that, or to a low, medium low, so it's a low simmer. And we'll let that simmer for like 20 minutes until the rice is done. All that liquid will be absorbed. Okay, now, on the rear, we're going to have refried beans. Technically, you can use whatever bean you want to, because you're going to refried beans. What kind of beans do you like fried? Refried. But in Mexican cooking, it's predominantly pinto beans. So we're going to take and do a can of pinto beans. Recyclable. And heat on, make sure I got the right burner on the rear. Okay. And we'll just pour in a little bit. That ain't gonna work either. About a good hefty teaspoon and a half of minced garlic. Like lots of garlic in Spanish cooking and lots of cilantro in Spanish cooking. And coming to a boil just about. Yep. Put in our rice. stir. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Good Spanish rice. Compared to bad Spanish rice, right? I'm gonna rear down to a medium low. Okay, the rice is gone. And as it starts cooking up, not quite. So got the rear on. Okay. Alright, we got the chicken, onion, garlic. Okay, that's gone. This is going to go into the back pan. Seal this so you don't lose it. Christy. You know how we say those Christies. That aside. And okay, garlic is toast in there already. Put in our pinto beans. Now these you don't have to drain because we're going to be mashing these all together with the potato masher. So we want that liquid in there so that we can get a generous, nice consistency though. Otherwise it'd just be way too dry. You can mix this up and let that simmer now. We've got that going. Set down on a low. Okay. All right, now we can start assembling our enchiladas. I'm just doing a small 9-inch pan here. And you can use whatever size you want to, depending upon how much you want to make. I'm just doing a smaller amount. You can do larger amounts if you have a larger family. This would be good for 2 people. And if you have a rectangle, maybe 4 or 6. You know, it depends on how much you want to put in there, how much you want to make, etc., etc. Come on. There we go. So now I got my filling. And I'm going to take and roll these up. Now I'm going to put in, I'm just going to get a measuring cup just only because it makes it easier. So I have like a 1/4 cup here. And that's going to be just about perfect. We got a 1/4 cup. Now I'm going to put cheese. I gotta see how I want to do this. So I got queso blanco, which is white cheese. And this is going to go on top, or do I want this in the center? Or do I want the shredded cheddar on top, or the shredded cheddar on the center? Or both? I think we'll do it that on top. And then I've got my Mexican cheese, which has it in it anyways, white and orange. This has both kinds. Actually, it's 4 cheese blends with 4 different kinds. So we'll just take and do it this way then. Okay, down with the cheese. Just a little bit of cheese on top. We don't need a lot now. We're gonna have a lot of cheese on top too. And then we're just taking fold in the sides and then over the top. And then just roll these up. And make sure that you spray your pan so these don't stick. Actually, I need to put a little tiny bit of enchilada sauce on the bottom. And that'll help prevent it from sticking also. You do this with your lasagna too. You make a lasagna, just put a little bit of sauce on the bottom. So let me just continue, and we'll just put in a 1/4 cup of our meat, a little bit of cheese, Fold the halves over towards the center and then bring the top over the envelope. And then just roll that up rather tightly. And I'll continue making these until we fill this up. Enchiladas all rolled up and into our pan, nice and tight and neat. And now I'm going to put on a little bit of the white cheese. Now this is the queso blanco. It's already mixed. This needs to be heated. And we're spreading this just over the top. Now you can go as heavy or as light as you want to, it's your own preference. I kind of have it like, like butter or something, And then I'm going to pour my enchilada sauce over the top of this. Now be careful now so I don't get it all over the place. My Mexican cook at work, she makes all her own sauces from scratch, totally. And you can do that too if you have the time, but if you don't, you can always buy it prepared. And put in there. I want to spread that around on top and then the sides there. Just put it down inside. Be careful, I don't want to get it too jam-packed. It's going to boil over, so I'm going to put a pan under this just to be on the safe side. And then I'm going to put a little bit more of the Mexican cheese on top. And I'm not going to go heavy on it because we got cheese on the inside, cheese on top, and cheese on top twice here. So, depending upon how cheesy you want it. And then these are going to be our chicken enchiladas. Now this we can put in a 350-degree oven until they heated thoroughly, which will be about 165 degrees. So approximately 20-25 minutes around in there. Then we stick these in. Turn down the heat on the beans to low. And let me get a pan to put under this, just in case. It's always best to be safe than sorry. In case it should happen to overflow, it'll collect it and not cause a big mess. I got one of those silicone oven mats too on the bottom of my oven. So that way if you do mix spills, whatever, boy, you just take that out and just wipe it right off, boom, it comes out slicker than anything. It's really nice. Saves a lot of that cleanup of scrubbing out the bottom of the oven. Okay, so everything's going, so just let everything cook and then we'll be right back. Okay, so now our enchiladas are done and heated thoroughly. And with our refried beans, bring those to a boil and then just let that simmer down and reduce. And then you can just take a potato masher and mash them up to make your refried beans. And then we have a lovely Spanish rice here with all the tomatoes and juices in there absorbed into the rice. Takes about 30-35 minutes for everything to go a little bit longer because everything's being absorbed. So this takes a little bit longer. And then we'll just plate this up. All right, here's our Cinco de Mayo dinner. We have the enchilada, chicken enchiladas. Ooh, those look nice and cheesy, oozy goozy. You can see the white cheese on the inside there. Along with the enchilada sauce, maybe a little lettuce and tomato on top, our refried beans, and our Spanish rice. And we'll just sprinkle, tear up just a little bit of cilantro on top of that. And we'll just take and put a little bit of the Mexican cheese on top of our refried beans. Now you can take and just serve this with chips and salsa if you like, or just as is. So I hope I gave you some simple Cinco de Mayo dinner tips, and I hope you enjoy your festivities on Cinco de Mayo. I know I will, and we have a wonderful lunch dinner right here. So from the Northwoods Cooking Show, I like to say adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, as Northwoods would say. And thank you for watching. Eat healthy, be safe, and spread the sunshine. Bye-bye.